Hi everyone, so today I'm just going to record a super quick tutorial about punching with wool, which you will need to do with some of my kits. So what you need to do is do your practice piece first, using your cotton practice yarn that was included in your kit and the medium-sized needle in your Lavore punch needle. And then when you finished that tutorial, it's really important to do that one first because I go into a lot more detail about how punch needle works, and I think it's really good to do that one first. So once you finish that one, you're going to go back to your punch needle pack and you're going to get the largest size needle, and you're going to set it to 3 centimeters, which is slightly longer than you would with the smaller size needle. So make sure it's exactly 3 centimeters, and then thread your wool exactly the same as you did before. So I've actually run out of embroidery hoops, so I'm just going to use this piece that I've already started. This was just a practice piece, so I'm just going to go back to it. So go back to your practice hoop and your practice fabric, draw a few more lines if you want to, or you can just you know, freestyle it. So it's exactly the same process, and there's only one difference really, and that is that you're going to punch the needle through the fabric slightly further apart than you do with the cotton, and that is for a couple of reasons. Obviously the wool is thicker, and so the loops are going to be thicker, so you can punch your needle through further apart so the loops don't get too cramped, and that's really important because if you go through the fabric too close together with a thicker needle, then you stand more chance of damaging or even ripping the fabric. So obviously the needle is thicker, it needs a bit more room. So space your stitches out slightly more. The second reason that's important is because the wool that comes in the kit is a lot more expensive than the cotton. So when you buy the kits with cotton, I can afford to give you a lot more cotton to practice with and a lot extra just in case you run out. But with the wool, I can't really afford to do that. So what you need to do is make sure you're, again, if the stitches are too close together, then you run the chance of running out of wool. So I'll just give you a quick demonstration here. So exactly the same. Punch through the fabric, and then you're just going to space the stitches out slightly more than you did with the cotton, just to make sure, like I said, that you're not damaging the fabric. So the loops are going to be slightly longer than they were with the cotton, and that's because obviously the wool is thicker, and it just needs to go through a little bit more to make a nice loop. If the needle was too short, 2 centimeters, it won't really create a nice loop. So yeah, they'll be slightly longer like that. And then the same with stitching when you do your rows next to each other. Again, you want to get close enough that there's not a gap. You know, you can't see too much of a gap between the 2 rows, but not so close that you're in danger of damaging the fabric. So you can see they're quite close together, and then if you look on the other side, they're nicely filled out. There's no gaps. You're not going to be able to see any of the white fabric through. So that's all you need to do. If you've done just a little practice like this, that's fine, you can cut it off. If you have done a bit more of a practice, then just pull your wool out and then just reuse it for your kit, again, to make sure that you don't run out. And if you need to punch from the front for your kit, which you probably will do with all of my wool kits, I've got the whole other tutorial on punching from the front. But again, it's exactly the same. So when you punch through, pull that piece through, do your stitching as normal. And then I sort of hold on to the end, pull the needle out and cut it off. Pull that thread through to the other side. So this is going to be the front of the fabric which you display. So that's your line, probably your edge. Let's say on the rainbow kit, that will be how you do the edge, and then you turn it over and punch from the other side. So you might just have to smooth the loops out the way a little bit if you need to. Again, make sure your tail's not too long so you're not wasting too much. Punch from the other side. Again, getting quite close to the stitches, but not so close that you're going to go through the same hole or anything and damage the fabric. And then you'll see that you've got your edge stitch like that, and then the loops nice and close together. You won't be able to see any white fabric, but not too close. So I hope that makes sense. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, and good luck.